What is up, fishing addicts? And finally, it is Saturday, and I can reveal which kayak I have. I went through the comments, and a lot of people said hobby. Well, I actually never thought about a hobby because I have few friends that have it. The Pro Angler, and there was one more. But they have huge problems with their Mirage drives and the cable snapping when you try to put it from forward to reverse, and I found that extremely annoying. I have used the Pro Angler 12. That was last year, or right before I got my Ascend, or yeah, right before I got my Ascend. I drove all the way to Madison. There was a big kayak show, and when I was driving it, and the freaking cable, the guy kept on telling me to pull harder, and as I pulled harder, and the red cable just snapped. So it was extremely annoying. At that point, I got a little bit disencouraged from my hobby, and then I kept on thinking, and I saw a video of someone using a Native Slayer 13, and it just propel drive, and it just got my attention. I mean, it made sense to me. The Mirage drive, it makes no sense to me, and I won't be able to. It's not as easy to use. I mean, it is easy to use, but um, it just I couldn't wrap it around my head. So I was thinking about Native Slayer, and then just right before, when I decided that I'm gonna move on from my kayak, from the Ascend, a video came out with the Titan 10.5. I mean, it was wide, short, everything that I was looking for. I really wanted a smaller kayak, shorter kayak than my 13-foot Ascend. Well, 12.8, almost 13-footer. And simply because I can just shove it in my inside of my truck and close the bed, and it'll be covered 100%, and I can leave it overnight inside the truck or whatnot. If I want tournament fishing. Oh, sorry guys. Still a little bit sleepy. I went to bed 3 o'clock in the morning. But then as I kept on doing more and more research, one thing that I found out about it is it takes in a lot of water. And even if it's summer, having wet feet, it's extremely annoying to me. I hate being, I can't stand those conditions. And pretty much that was the only thing that I didn't like, that it takes in so much water, but it was the most stable kayak out there. Speed wasn't that big of a difference. It didn't make that much of a difference to me. I know the fastest kayak I have drove so far, I've used, would be a hobby. And for some reason, their Mirage drive is just rocket fast, and I believe recently they came up with a better one. Not quality wise, speed wise. I think the Mirage drive still needs a lot more work. And then a friend of mine bought a Corsa last year, and I started digging into more of those Jackson flex drives, and I do fish the rivers. So I was a little bit in a conflict with myself between Jackson flex drive and native. What it made the big difference is the Jackson was a lot faster than the native, and the flex drive, it was just game changer. I mean, if you hit anything stump and just pops right back up, a lot easier to transport than a native, but it was a little bit bigger, longer. So I was debating on it, and like I said, one of my friends had it, and then a guy that I talked to over in Minnesota, he said he had a hobby. He switched to native, and then he switched to Kosa because of the rivers. And he said it's a huge, huge game changer if you're gonna fish a river. He said don't even bother with native or hobby. Shallow water will cost you a lot of money. So I chose the FD, and I believe only one guy said Jackson Kayak Big Rig, and I wish I could have afforded the big rig, or maybe I probably could have, but it was just too big for me. So I went with the Kosa HD in Mangrove. But like I said, the others, Bonafide and Old Town Predator, they're okay kayaks. Most of them, like the Pelican 130, that's just a cheap imitation of hobby. I mean, at that point, I understand it's $1,600, but I'd rather have a hobby at that time. If I'm gonna get a Mirage Drive, I'd rather have the original Mirage Drive. And yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna be pretty happy with the Jackson. I'm more doing like tons of mods on it, and the winner, since there was only one guy that picked the right brand, is trying to find your name. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, Rafael Medina. I'll leave the email down below. So give me a little buzz with your address where I can ship the baits. I have a couple of these that I'll get to you. I have a shad pattern crayfish and a perch. So shoot me an email with your address. I will get those to you as early as Wednesday. I'll ship them. That's when I will head up to the post office. So, and guys, let's go check out the kayak for a minute. Guys, this is the beast. I have my Boondocks landing gear. Just came in today. I will be installing it. And like I said, I got it on the Mangrove cover. Install the flex drive, nice and smooth. Fish finder, it's getting there. Well, I just have to drill the hole, and pretty much everything is good to go. And I will be installing my Yak Attack anchor trolley. So hopefully this weekend it will be in the water. So pretty much everything is just ready. This is the last thing that I gotta install, so before I can take it on the water. It is a little bit difficult to carry it without it. So well, guys, stay tuned. I have a couple of videos coming out with the upgrades that I'm doing and installation videos. That's it, guys. I will make the video over 10 minutes. I will catch you guys on the next one.